This is a short demonstration of how to use Endnote to insert and format your footnotes in a Word document. Here you can see I've got a small Endnote library with a few references, and here I have my essay on Rubens, and I've finished writing, and I've got my the references highlighted in yellow, and I want to turn these into footnotes because I finished writing and it's time to do the footnotes properly. So let's take the first one, White 2007. The first thing I have to do is to go to View, go to Toolbars, and insert the EndNote toolbar. When I do that, this little toolbar appears, and this is the easiest way that I can have of getting EndNote and Word to talk to each other. There are other ways, but this is the most straightforward way. Having got the toolbar, I need to check that I've selected the right output style, the right reference style. In this case it's Chicago, so I'll choose that one. And then I go to White 2007, so I want to turn this into a footnote. So I go to Insert, I insert a footnote, and the footnote bit appears at the bottom of the page. Then I go to the toolbar, and I go to Insert Citations, and then it asks me to choose which one, and so we'll type in White, and White appears, and then I insert White because he's already in the EndNote library, and so I can insert him straight, and a footnote appears, and that's formatted. I need to include a page reference, so what I do is go to Citations, go to Edit and Manage Citations, and then I insert the page reference. Let me move this over. It's page 215, so I put 215. Click OK, and then the page number appears. The second one, so let me get rid of that. So I've inserted that properly now. Let's do the second one. This is a reference to Karen Hearn, so I follow the same procedure. I've got to create a footnote first, so I go to Insert, Create Footnote, and then I can go and insert a citation. Excuse me. And so I type in Hearn, and because she's also in the EndNote bibliography I've created, her reference comes up there, and so I insert that. There you are. And I also have to insert a page reference, number 20. So I go back to Citations, I go to Edit and Manage Citations, and I have to choose her reference this time, and then I insert page 20 at the bottom there. Excuse me. And then page 20 appears. So I can also get rid of that one. And off it goes. Now I have a slightly more complex one down here because I want to insert a simple reference with a page number, but I also want to insert a comment beforehand for a detailed account. So I create a footnote, create the footnote, there you are, and I go to Citations and I insert the citation. So I've got to find the reference first, and it's to Bjurstrom. There he is. And White also comes up because Bjurstrom's name is mentioned in my notes on White, but it's actually Bjurstrom who I want, is that reference. So Bjurstrom, I click Insert. Now we want to put a page reference in, but we also want to add for a detailed account. So what I do, I go back to Citations, I go to Edit and Manage Citations, I choose Bjurstrom, and I put the page reference in, and the page reference is 68, isn't it? So I put that in. Oh no, wrong place. I put it in down there. But I also want to precede the reference with a short comment, so I put it in the prefix box here. And C, and then I put a space after that. And so I've got those two things. And I click OK. And then that text appears before the reference and the page number appears afterwards. If I just had the reference on its own and then I simply tried to type something before it, it probably wouldn't save right, and I would lose that, as I saved the document and resaved it again. So the best thing to do is to add it into the citation itself, and then when you move the citations around, it all goes together. So I can get rid of that one, and we just have one more to do, and it's get rid of that, and it's towards the bottom. So here I have 3 references. So I want to put those all together. If I add them one by one, they'll simply appear as a reference and a full stop, and a reference and a full stop, and a reference and a full stop, and I want to put them all together, separated by semicolons. So what I do is create another footnote, insert another footnote. Now I don't go to the toolbar this time, I actually go straight to Endnote. And the references are to Hearn, Adler and Michael Orwers. So I go there and I hold down the command key on my Mac, and I go to Hearn, Adler, I want Adler, sorry, don't I, and Orwers. So I select 3 of them, holding down the command key and using the mouse, and then I go to this button here, which is Insert Citations, and I insert all the citations. And you can see that appears as one sentence, and the references are separated by semicolons rather than full stops. And then I have to insert the page numbers for each of those. So I go back and I can do this. Adler is page 110, and Hearn is page 22, and then Orwers is page 421. So I go to Orwers 421, then I press OK. And you'll notice, because it's the second time we've used Hearn here, we had her up in footnote 2. Because it's the second time she appears in a reference, then it's abbreviated, just the surname and just a short title along with the page number, and that's the proper style for Chicago. So the Endnote does the formatting for you. So let's close the footnotes. We've got all the footnotes done. One final quick thing is that you'll notice that these references have appeared underneath, and this is the bibliography. So as you insert the references in footnotes, it's also creating a bibliography for you, and then we can have that at the end of the document, and you don't have to go back and do that properly. And these are the full bibliographic references to the books and chapters and the articles. So I think that's it. I hope that's helpful.